Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of FSEconomy with me, Herd 37. Well, I am severely annoyed. I'm having all kinds of problems past couple days trying to get FSEconomy flights done. I flew one yesterday, and it was kind of a debacle. It was very odd. It was that really, really tiny airport trying to land there. And after that, I wanted to do another flight. I was going to do the Grand Caravan. And it was actually a 3 stops. I think we were up in Wisconsin. And, I started off, the airport was a small one. It only had one place where you could start up, and that was at the fuel box. So I get everything loaded up with FSEconomy, and then as soon as I start up the plane, because it was at the fuel box, it automatically fueled 100% fuel, which is ridiculous. I hate that it does that. And so I knew if I landed at the next place, we are going to have way more fuel than we actually were supposed to start off with. So FSEconomy would notice that and say, no, the flight didn't count. So I get to the first place, and I needed to restart FSX, but I made the mistake of shutting down FSEconomy as well, that little, the client. That was a problem because then when I came to start back up, it said I had no plane at that first airport. Well, I wasn't want to be at the first airport. It was the first stop off. And so I said, this is going to be impossible. I'm not flying back to other airport just to satisfy it and all that. So I was like, all right. Because what am I going to, warp myself over there? That would have been a little ridiculous. So I ended up just canceling the other two. Well, I made like $300, so you didn't get to see it, but it was only like $300. So I said, screw it. I'm done with that today. So then I come over here, and I'm flying the Twin Otter. That's the one we're going to be doing. And I'm on my way there, and the left engine went out. I screwed up by not realizing it had no fuel. But like an idiot, I just go and try to start it right back up, and I end up catching on fire, even though it didn't have any fuel. It got on fire. So whatever, I put the fire out, everything fine. I'm flying on one engine. And then I land, and as I'm taxiing, right as I get off the runway, FSEconomy popped up, and you know how when you hit turn the engines off or hit the parking brake and it logs it. So I thought that was kind of weird. Didn't do anything about it. Just went over and parked. And then as soon as I was getting out of there, FSEconomy was set there. The client said that there was an error. It said the airspeed was wrong or something, and so it just canceled the flight. It said you didn't fly it, basically. So I spent the last 2 hours or whatever battling with that thing, and it said you didn't fly it, basically. So I'm ticked off, too, because I put fuel in that thing. So I ended up just canceling it out and said, screw all these people, give the plane back. But I was thinking, I can go ahead and do it again. Plus, I put some fuel in that thing, so I'm going to lose my money if we don't. So, it's just the past couple of days, it's little things like that you don't quite understand about FSEconomy. You got to learn that stuff, and you learn it the hard way. Luckily, it's only 186 miles, 500 miles, 1,000, and you realize, that's so screwed up. But it shouldn't have done that anyway. I don't understand why it said the airspeed was wrong. Well, that's because I had one engine out or whatever. But whatever. Let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. All right, everybody, here we're at the plane. I just turned everything off so we can try and start up ourselves. I actually had an Air Labrador livery, and I tried that one time earlier today, and it wouldn't accept it, so it was incompatible. The livery was incompatible. I don't know why. This is kind of an odd thing. Parking brake is on. Actually, we need to start up FSEconomy. That would have been bad. Then I definitely would have just canceled out if I'd flown the entire way. Not had it count. Ignore that. We got everybody in. Let's go ahead and full screen it. Alright, we'll get her started up. You'll notice we don't have much fuel. Here in a second, you'll notice that. I don't completely know how to start this thing up step by step properly. I'm not going to go through it, although you do have this. We can do a rough start. Position lights we're going to turn on. No smoking. Click it. Fasten seatbelts. Flight compartment. Don't care about that. I'm going to leave bleed air on. I can't remember if those needs to be off or on when you're starting up. I really can't remember. Alright. Give ourselves battery power. Actually, we'll leave that on both. Alright, I got them in. So I'm going to put it right there. Start up the left. Now we'll put in the fuel. There you go. If you just like hit the starter, by the way, and just hit the fuel right away, or if you have it open all the way, when you start, it seems to catch the engine on fire. Start up the right one. With power. Alright, that's on. Pull forward and so pitot heat, I want that definitely on. Put that right generator on as well. I put the on the de-ice or see de-ice boost on auto. Oh, what's going on? The parking brake was set. I just turned it off obviously because I hit that, but the parking brake was absolutely set. I don't know why that happened. I swear I set it. I don't know how that came off, to be quite honest. Hit up the ground. Hopefully they give us 9. That's the other way. That's 9 is right here. They made us take off on 27. First time. We're departing to the south. By the way, we're going to Idaho Falls. I don't know if I even told you that because I've been so annoyed. Now, this thing just completely filled our tanks. Alright, so what I'm going to have to do, runway 27 of course, now, I'm going to go cancel that on FSEconomy and redo it so it'll put the correct fuel in. If I fly and we have more fuel than we're supposed to, it won't count it again. Glad I caught that. Be right back. Alright, here we are again. Let's go FSEconomy, start the flight. There you see. But why are the tanks going completely back to full? Is it because of where we are or something? There can't be. Why are the tanks going back to full on their own? I have to try this again. Alright everybody, let's try this one more time. Hopefully that goes back from full. Ignore loading. There we go. I don't know why it went back on its own. Wow, I was about to get really angry. Alright, now we can go. I did turn that taxi light on, right? Yes, taxi light is on. Alright, let's go to runway 27. Stupid thing. I forget, if you don't give it quite enough, even if you have a little bit of power, it still will not move. It, for some reason, it takes a lot of thrust to keep it moving. Almost like the Dash 8, where if you don't give enough power, it actually go in reverse. This won't go in reverse, but it'll stop moving on you. Pull back on the thrust a little bit. We don't want to taxi too fast. Like I say, she'll stop on you as well. See something about the front wheel. Alright. Runway 27. It's right there, that diagonal one. So I'm not going to go all the way up to the very end of the runway. There's no reason for us to do that. Hopefully we can get this flight in and not run out of fuel. Because if I run out of fuel, I'm going to have to just cancel the flight. But then that wouldn't matter because you won't be able to see it anyway because I won't be uploading. So flight won't happen. I'm going to hit the CDI that turns into GPS so we can use the navigation on the GPS on autopilot. Autopilot I also find odd. When I engage it, it will not let me pitch up and down. It just kind of pitches up. I don't quite understand that. Why it won't just let me control it. Also, we're going to go to 10.5. FSX flight planner suggested 13.5, but since I already flew it once, I know I can just do 10.5. I can't remember if this aircraft... Wow, how did we accelerate like that? I didn't even move the power at all. Holy Jesus. That's odd. It's 10.5 because technically I don't know if this is pressurized or not. If it's not, then obviously you're not supposed to go up that high. But they fly it, you know, up to Lukla and everything, so I would think that would be above it. But I, like I said, I really don't know. So we'll just keep it at 10.5. That should be good. That thing all of a sudden just started taxiing extremely fast. Got it in idle now. I don't know what that was all about. But there's certain things about this plane also that you have to do, or else like things like the engines will catch on fire and stuff like that, so I have to be careful with the plane. Alright. Get right over here, hit up ATC, tower, press clearance here in a second when it gives me the option. There we go. That is not what I wanted. Wrong button. Alright, request it. 1 notch of flaps, split flaps at 10. Acknowledge that. Let's go up to here. The landing lights. Turn those on. Anti-collision lights come on. Strobe goes on. I don't know why the other button has to go up while the others are down. But you can see the weather is great too. Not a whole lot of clouds and everything. We're taking off 3,800 feet. Here in Helena, Montana, or however you say it. Helena. See, it takes some power to get her going, but then she doesn't want to go fast. Rolling takeoff, by the way. And you do not want to go full power, or you will blow up the engines. Go ahead and get up. Man, she can get up on such a low airspeed, especially for a plane this size. Retracting the flaps. Bring the nose down a little bit. Add a little bit more power. There we go. Sliders are maxed out with autogen and scenery complexity. Now, Sickies, watch what happens when we engage the autopilot. We use the nav. But she will not let me pitch down at all. Once I climb it over 2,000, I really don't understand that. Maybe let it get lined up here. Then I'll shut it off. That's coming down a little bit. That's probably because we're turning. Yeah, and there it goes back up. Like I say, it won't disengage it and the nose will come down a little bit. I don't know if it's trying to hold a certain pitch or what's going on. Engage it right there. See if it'll keep that pitch. It's coming up a little bit. I think we can climb at that rate. Now it's going back up to 2,000. I don't... again, see what it does. It wants to go back up to 2,000. I don't understand. See if she stays right there at 1,500. We're only going to 10.5, so I'll allow it for now. I don't understand why, as you can see right here as well, it's not going to let you pitch down. I don't... It's like it locks it in. Or it does actually whatever it wants to do, because I had it about 500 feet lower when I engaged it. Notice the fuel tank is running dry. When we get up to 10.5, I'll show you one thing that I don't quite understand. Taxi light goes off. Can't remember if this thing controls the... See, if you click it, it goes from off to on, so I can't really thin out the mixture, which I don't like that. Alright, there's 10,000. And we'll do an altitude hold at 10.5. I'm going to bring the power back a little bit to conserve some fuel. I did turn those landing lights off, right? Did I have those backwards? I might have had those backwards. Boost pump aft pressure, aft fuel low level. Now here, put both aft, both on forward. Now since the aft is low, I think we're gonna go forward. But here's what I also don't understand. I guess we have tanks in the wings. They say that they're both full, 287 pounds each. They actually work, because I put one on earlier and the fuel did come out of the tank. But now are we going to run out of fuel? I don't... Boost pump aft pressure, boost pump aft pressure. I can't actually turn those off, it'll shut the engines off for sure. Aft fuel low level. So what I kind of want to do is send it to the engine just to make sure they keep running. I hate those views. I don't understand the views yet. Sorry about swinging it around so much. And hopefully that'll be good. Just want to make sure that left engine keeps running. Because aft is the one that says the pressure's low, so that's why she's going to put both on forward. Hopefully she doesn't go off. And I know I'm afraid that if I hit those off, the engines are going to shut off. Because I tried that one time earlier, and both engines shut off. Because I don't think there's much fuel in those tanks. You can already see both of them are coming down from full a little bit, looks like. Now, we're going to swing probably left of the mountain or right of the mountain, either one. Because like I said, I flew this earlier. So I think that's about the only there might be one other mountain that you have to avoid. So I'll switch that over to heading. We'll just go around the mountain. Alright, I'm going to 4X it. If something happens, we'll obviously come right back and try to get everything right again. Be back in just a bit. Alright, everybody. Slowed it down. I want to look at one thing. There's a little bit left in the aft. It's down to 1. Hopefully we'll have enough. We should just barely have enough. Let's hit up Idaho Falls if we can. There it is, KIDA. Tower. Full stop landing. We have to go around it then. Acknowledge that. Switch the heading. So we're going to go up and around the runway 2. Runway 20 has the ILS, but they won't let you ask for a different runway. I'm thinking it's 4,700 feet on the elevation. We need to check that though. Yeah, 4,740. See, I wanted 20. We could just come almost straight in, but they make us go around the 2. Also, as soon as I spit it up, I turn those wing tanks off. If that gets too low, then I'll turn those back on. I don't know if that's correct how you do it, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to disengage this because I can't trim it down. See, if I take this down like that, see, I don't know why it's coming back up. I don't understand that. If you guys know what the hell, how to trim this thing down. Well, that says minus 60. That can't be right. Bring back the power. We don't want to get up in the red there. Yeah, why does that happen? If I leave that altitude off, I could have something to do with it. Let's try it again. Bring the nose down, re-engage it, and it brings it right back up. Oh, is it going to leave it at 5? Oh, sweet. That'll be good if that way I don't have to keep trimming it myself. It gets a little old. Those landing lights are on. I'm going to go ahead and turn the taxi light on as well, just so we don't forget it. Click it. There we go. Wait, yeah, that's it. Fuel's getting low, but we just did have enough. We were supposed to be able to go a little bit further, I thought. Although it also said the cruiser was 170 knots. That's why I don't believe that thing. Give it a little more power. Although I don't want to speed up too much because I want to let this thing drop in altitude on its own. We're only about, what, 4,800 feet above it right now. I'd want to be 3,000 at that on the other side, but we're not going to go to the other side, so I want to be a little bit lower. It does have a yaw damper, huh? Alright, yeah, it won't let me pitch it. I don't understand that. I'd like... What's our speed? This airplane will crash. Stretch the airframe out. Let's go out to the right a little more. You can see our runway right here. We've dropped 1,500 feet, so that should be fine. Might actually be dropping too quick, for all I know. We'll see as we get closer. I'm really worried about the fuel. That's why you shouldn't just... On FSEconomy, gauge your fuel on what it says the cruising speed is. Because look, it says 170. Well, 170 is the red line. so don't always go by that. But why it says the wing tanks are full, I don't quite understand. Come back a little to the left. I don't know about the pumps. I think we could probably turn the aft one off. I'll do that after we land, because I don't want to shut the engines off if I do something wrong. Although I think we're correct as we are right now. But it's weird because I had it on both and just the left went out. Because it's not left and right, it's aft and forward. Alright, we're actually right across from the airport. Start heading over this way. We're 2,200 feet above the elevation of the airport. Might actually need to halt that descent a little bit. I don't want to get too low. Don't want to get too low. Yeah, let's stop that. See if I can get her to just level out right here. Ah, she wants to climb. I don't understand it. It's the dumbest thing. Increase the power. Surprised they haven't come on and given us permission to land or anything. Alright, I don't want to get too high here. We're almost 3,000 above it now. I didn't want to be that high. It's probably a bad idea to leave it like that for a little while. There we go. Bring the heading over to the runway heading. Yeah, we let her climb a little too much there at the end. I want to put a notch of flaps up with drag. See her right there. It does in fact say we're high. A little more power as the speed is dropping a little too much. Tag on, you fuel tanks. I'm a little worried, so I'm going to turn these on. It would be a travesty if we ran out of fuel right at the end. We had more fuel last time. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Although we were only running on one engine then as well. Alright, looks like we're pretty much on the glide slope. Hard to really see the lights. It looks like a white and red. I can't totally tell though. Now it looks like they're both white. The airplane is technically ascending. Thank you.
Cleared to land, runway 2, to Havilland, Hotel, Charlie.
Twin Otter coming on down. Nose is wanting to come up a little bit. I'm trying to trim her back down. And those fuel tanks are low, low, low. Cut back on the thrust just a little bit as the speed's coming up. Flaps are going to 20. By the way, it's the flaps right there, flap indicator. Bring the speed back down, and we're going to put the nose back down because we still need to descend. We're still high. Nothing too bad. Trying to trim her a little better. Feels like she wants to drop too much. Flaps are going to 30. Fight that balloon effect. We're 700 feet above. Watch that speed, airspeed. Alright, flap. At 40, full flaps now. That daggone balloon effect. Trying to get her lined up. She's supposed to keep going right on me. Come back on the thrust a little bit. Put more nose down. I came in too high, but sorry. We will make it down. Oh, see, she's coming right on me. Wow, she got real right on me. You see that? Wow, I was just kind of floating to the right. Not really happy with that landing. We were so far to the right. I think we got a little too slow there as well. I was coming in so high. Get over to the ground. We're going to the park. Landing lights, you're off. Taxi light is on. Strobes off. Anti-collision lights off. Start our taxi. Acknowledge that. It's out to the left. See, bring back the thrust just a little bit. She must almost stop on you. Well, FSEconomy didn't say anything that time, like they did the first time, so that's probably pretty good. The landing should have been fine, but it ended up being a little atrocious. We kept floating over to the right. That's kind of a bummer for a crappy landing. There was a FedEx plane up here earlier. I don't know if he's still there. It doesn't look like it. There's some white plane there now. Trying to taxi straight, but she wants to kick left on me. With my joystick, it's hard to not bounce left, right, left, right, left, right. It's hard to just hold the joystick in the perfect position. Your wrist. Maybe that is a FedEx plane. It looks like purple on the tail. it is a FedEx plane. Hopefully this will allow me. Man, it's been like the past couple of days. I did one flight and it was a crappy one. Went there and back in my previous episode. Then today I get one flight in. That's what really annoys me. 2 days and I get 2 flights, and I should get like 5 or 6. I'm getting like 2. Get the power back. Power up as we turn. Ah, jeez. Tough to control. I'm not revving the engines up like that, so stop. And see how slow we get? That's where we parked last time. I don't know why they're taking us all the way over here. Look, I've got my joystick at about 33% and she wants to stop. I'm not sure why I'm gonna have to move the joystick to 50%. And then it brings it up too much. Alright, that's ridiculous. There seems to be no happy medium that I can find right now. Look at that. Sounds like a leaf blower, doesn't it? Alright, this is dumb. Come on, just get there. Thank you. I don't know if you all are annoyed. You all gotta be annoyed. I'm annoyed as hell. This thing's being an ass. Stop for me. Good lord. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. What happens if we shut this? Alright. Logged it. Fuel boost off. The other one is down, so it wouldn't have shut the engines off. Let's see all these errors. Still we're going to be about the pressure mainly. Boost pump, or yeah, so it's all just about the fuel. I think maybe the pneumatic pressure when we bring the engines down. Alright. Deal with that. Landing light goes off. Take that. Yeah, it's sort of off. I don't know. I just maybe clicked something. Strobes are off. Cut the fuel. Flaps. Hey, with these props, you gotta actually pull down to get them to go up. Master goes to off. Open. Turn the generators off. Alright, here we are. Thank God it said it was alright that time. Jeez. I wasn't gonna fly it a third time. 10,643. Sweet. That's a good paying. That might. Yeah, that is the most we've ever made. We made 8,000 here on the Caravan. Woohoo, that'll be nice. Alright, 12,810 was the income. We were in it for an hour and 21 minutes, paying $1,000 an hour, so it was $1,350. Paid $396.51 in the fuel, $135 for the additional crew, $1,281 for the booking crew fee, $1,793.40 for the booking fee. Then it comes to $3,605.91. Distance bonus, we actually made a lot of that back for $2,789.34, making us a grand total of $10,643.43.